Hey everyone, let me share one of the most wonderful flying experiences of mine to you. Taking off on a paraglider carrying a chute at the temperature of minus 45 degrees Celsius without any protection, without any gears, without canopy, and flying at I would say the speed of this glider takeoff speed is around 50 knots. So normally the propeller aircraft like Cessnas and Machans, let's say, they take off at 70 to 80 knots. Yeah, so this one is a little lower. 40 to 50 knots it could take off easily because it has a chute on top, so it doesn't need much of the parachute on top. It gives, whenever the wind blows against it, so it gives enough lift to get it in the air. So 40 knots, I would say, 50 knots at most. But 50 knots winds coming into you, and every 1,000 feet the temperature goes down -2. So we were at least at 1,000 feet above the ground, or close to 2,000 feet, and -45 was on the ground. But I took off, and this was the most amazing experience ever. There were a few reasons. First reason is the lake. This is actually a lake where we're taking off. It's not a runway, it's a lake, and that's frozen in wintertime because that's what winter does to water. So the lake is totally frozen because it can't stand water. Freezes at 0 degrees, and this was -45. So once it freezes, people do skating, people do skiing, people do a lot of things, and plane takeoff. That was the first time of mine on snow. So I took the challenge right away. It cost me around $100. It was 698 yuan to take one trip of around 25 to 30 minutes. And I had this camera on me. This is an old Sony tablet, very old. I think this is 2013 one. And this doesn't recognize gloves, nothing. It's just what you call, you have to touch it with human fingers to have it activated or have it work. And imagine I was holding this in my hand, gloves were off, 60 nautical miles per hour winds were coming in. So I still don't know why I didn't die. Because normally when we go on jet flying, because I will tell you the reason, the canopy is always closed. There's nothing, no vents which can bring the air in. It's all the aircraft's internal systems that provide you with the air and the heat, or the coolness in terms of hot weather. But you never fly without those things. If your canopy is down, you are told to get down to the minimum flying levels. But here, it was everything which aviation tells you not to do. This was exactly the opposite thing. So I was not geared up, I was not fully equipped, and the temperatures were so bad, so low, that even normally a plane would not have taken off. But this glider, it did, because again, as I said, it's protected by the extra thrust is given by that chute on top. So this is it, man. I did it, and when I came down, when I landed, my fingers were frozen. I nearly had the frost bites on my both hands. Even one I was wearing glove, but the other one which I was holding the camera with, and making the video, and going like this. So totally frozen. Knees were frozen. Feet were protected because they were behind the front pilot seat. The front pilot is the one who actually takes off and hits the brakes once you land. Rear pilot can do all other things but not take off and not stopping the aircraft thing. The paddles are not equipped over there. So this was one of the best missions I think I've ever flown in my whole flying career, which is very short, by the way. But T-37s, K-8s, and Mashaks. This glider gave me more chills, more thrills, and more frozen occasions. So guys, if you have a chance to take off and land on the snow, it was so smooth. You will see the landing. You can't even feel that you have already landed. It's so nice touchdown. It's not bumpy at all. One of the reasons that this was not fast, and also the snow landing is because you go skidding. We call it the chick landing. Chick landing, yeah, smooth landing. So that's what you could get. You could always get. You would always pass your solo test on a snowy runway, but fly safe and stay alive. This is what the world of aviation tells you. Hope to see you again. Hope you like this video. Thank you very much. Bye bye.